out why it might be a good idea to break out your winter jackets now.
And last, see what Dabo has to say about the hopeful pizza party in the future.
I'm Taylor Newsom.
And I'm Horace Priester, and we have all this and more coming up on the Monday Night Roar. Authorities scourged Europe on Sunday for at least one other specific and possibly two who were alleged in the directly involved Friday night attacks in Paris. French police took 7 people in for questioning yesterday in connection with the deadly siege that killed at least 129 people. In addition to searching for the missing subject, police were also believed to be trying to identify and track down the person or persons who manufactured the sophisticated suicide vest worn by the assailants.
The Limestone College student who was shot and killed at Spartanburg Methodist College was remembered this past Thursday. Delvin Simmons was involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Call Me Mister program, and was majoring in early childhood education at the college. He was shot and killed last Monday night by campus officers who were investigating a report of a car break-in.
Did you miss the Blood Bowl today? Have no fear. The 31st annual Clemson Carolina Blood Bowl is happening all of this week. You can donate at the Hendricks Center, Bowman Field, McCabe, and many other locations. Don't miss out on your free t-shirt, wristband, discounts downtown, and your chance to save a life.
The Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson spoke in Greenville this past Friday. He attended the Greenville County Republican Women's Club that morning and made his way to Bob Jones University later that day. Carson spoke as part of the Senator's Tim Scott's Town Hall series. It is Transgender Awareness Week, and the Gantt Multicultural Center will be putting on a series of programs to bring awareness to the trans community. There will be a week-long display out on Lever Beach, a Trans 101 workshop on Tuesday hosted by Blair Durkee at 7 p.m. in McKissick Theater, and a Trans Remembrance Vigil on Wednesday at 7 on Lever Beach. For more information, contact Sean Knight at smknigh@clemson.edu.
The president of the University of Missouri stepped down Monday due to student protest on his inability to acknowledge racial issues at the school. He urged students, faculty, and staff to use his resignation to heal and start talking again to make the necessary changes. Just hours later, the top administrator of the Columbia campus, Chancellor R. Bowden Lofton, announced he would step down at the end of the year as well.
I bet you didn't know that Clemson was once home to 2 Pepsi executives. Moore Patton graduated with a business degree from Clemson in 1982, along with his former Tiger golf teammate Steve Bond. Unfortunately, Bond passed away in 2013, and his passing encouraged Patton to revisit his beloved Tiger Town. Patton stated that it was at the time of my buddy's death that my love for Clemson was rekindled. I returned for dedication of the practice facility, and it was then I decided a personal void needed filling. Patton is currently a marketing executive with Pepsi and now resides in Hickory, North Carolina. Congrats to Clemson University's Graduate Architecture program. The program was once again named among the nation's best in ranking. The program was ranked 19th overall and nationally in the annual publication America's Best Architecture and Design Schools. Harvard, Cornell, and Yale were named top 3 in the nation. Way to go, Tigers.
SeaWorld announced that they will offer a different kind of orca experience, focusing on the animal's natural setting and behavior, starting in 2017. This comes after many accusations of animal mistreatment. SeaWorld has seen revenue drop since the 2000 release of the documentary Blackfish, which examined how orcas responded to captivity. Many visitors made it clear that they prefer to see killer whales act naturally rather than doing tricks.
Clemson University's fiction writers and poets are hosting a benefit for loaves and fishes on Wednesday. The event is called Winter Harvest and will feature many familiar faces from the English department. Winter Harvest will be held in the Strom Thurmond Institute at 7 p.m. Canned goods or cash donations for loaves and fishes will be taken at the door. Hope to see you there.
Have you seen the Christmas trees begin to pop up on campus? These are not only decorations, but also a reminder of the Clemson Giving Tree campaign. Clemson has teamed up with 6 other organizations to raise donation for children in need. Donors are asked to choose an ornament from the tree, which lists a child's name, age, and interest. Presents are encouraged to be returned back by December 4th under the tree that the tag was found.
Associate Professor in the Eugene T. Moore School of Education, Jeff C. Marshall has been appointed Assistant Chair of the Department of Teaching and Learning at Clemson University. Marshall is also a Director of Inquiry in Motion, an institute that facilitates teacher transformation in K-12 mathematics and science classrooms through rigorous inquiry-based learning experiences. Marshall will begin service on January 6th.
On this day in 2001, J.K. Rowling's best-selling fantasy novel made its big screen debut in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which opened in movie theaters across the United States. The film went on to become one of the highest-grossing movies in history. We're going to send it down to John Oliver for our latest entertainment and movie news.
Thanks, guys. After the devastating attacks in Paris this past weekend, celebrities extended their condolences to all who were harmed. In lieu of a cold opening sketch, Cecily Strong delivered a powerful message, sending out love and support for the City of Lights, saying, "We stand with you." The Foo Fighters and Coldplay called off the rest of their European tour, while U2 canceled their live HBO show set to air tonight. On stage in Sweden, Madonna broke down talking about the victims in the bombing. She says only love will change the world. After her tearful dedication, the pop star performed a slower rendition of Like a Prayer. Both Steven Spielberg and Natalie Portman called off movie events planned in Paris, while CBS pulled Monday night airings of the show Supergirl in NCIS Los Angeles due to the show's themes of bombing and terrorism. All of us here at Tigervision send out our sincerest thoughts and prayers to all of those involved in the attack. At the governor's ball this past weekend, actor, director, and producer Spike Lee said there needs to be more diversity in Hollywood. His remarks sparked from the new initiative started by the Academy's president, Cheryl Boone Isaacs. A2020 is a 5-year plan to increase diversity in Hollywood. Lee says, "We need to get some flavor up in here." Singer Adele, maybe you've heard of her. Well, she believes that she's at her best musically when she breaks down into tears. The Hello singer claims she is nervous about entering back into the music industry after the success of her last album, 21. However, it seems like she made a pretty good choice. I mean, her current album, 25, is still #1. Blake Shelton, did you ever know that you were someone's hero? Well, according to 4 boys in Oklahoma, you are. The Voice judge saved 4 men from a mud hole on Friday. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but I'm sure a lot of people are now going to be accidentally slipping in the mud holes. Thanks, guys. Hashtag back to you.
Hello and welcome back to Showtimes. Christmas movies are starting to hit theaters, and it begs the question, why don't we get more Thanksgiving movies? I don't want them, I'm just curious. The weekend box office went down just as I suspected, as Spectre holds onto the top spot for the second week in a row with $35 million. The spy film also, unsurprisingly, became the UK's highest-grossing movie of the year over the weekend, and it's nearing $550 million worldwide. Peanuts movie remained in second place with a still impressive $24 million, while Love the Coopers and The 33 had lackluster openings combining to just $13 million. The upcoming weekend will be an exciting one for millions of fans as The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 hits theaters this Thursday night. That's right, the conclusion to the hugely popular book adaptation series ends, and we will finally get to see if Woody Harrelson ever got a haircut. Hunger Games will obviously win the weekend box office, but if it's not your thing, you can also check out The Night Before, which is a Christmas comedy from Seth Rogen and company, which also features Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mackie. It looks like a good enough time, and I'd say it's worth checking out if you aren't going to see Mockingjay. At home this week, you can rent Jurassic World from Redbox, as well as Paper Towns in case your girlfriend doesn't like dinosaurs. Netflix doesn't add that much this week, but it should be noted that Marvel's second Netflix original series, Jessica Jones, drops this week, so fans of Daredevil will be interested in checking that out. Finally this week, once again, it's Star Wars time. We are 31 days away from Episode 7, and I gotta say, if you don't have your tickets yet, you might want to go ahead and buy those. Thousands of opening weekend showings are already sold out, and The Force Awakens already shattered pre-sale records in a matter of hours. Fun fact about the original movies, all the space sequences were filmed with models and blue screens, and it would often take upwards of 8 hours to create just 1 second of actual footage with all the effects and set pieces required from ILM. That's all the news I have for you this week. Back to you guys.
Clemson University professor and coordinator of the Healthcare Genetics PhD program, Julia Eggert, has been named an American Academy of Nursing Fellow. The award is one of the highest honors in the nursing profession. The American Academy of Nursing Fellows are nursing's most accomplished leaders and are recognized for their phenomenal achievements in the nursing field. Eggert was awarded during the Academy's annual policy conference in Washington, D.C. Congratulations.
The highly praised Clemson Jazz Ensemble, also known as the Jungleers, take the stage this Thursday for their fall performance. The concert begins at 8 p.m. and tickets are completely free to students. So why not come to the Brooks Center and enjoy some of the best performers in the Southeast. Former Braves pitcher Tommy Hanson died last week after a catastrophic organ failure. Hanson was found unconscious and unresponsive in Coweta County near Atlanta on Sunday. He was initially taken to a hospital in Noonan before being transferred to Piedmont. The death of the 29-year-old pitcher is currently being investigated for foul play.
Clemson University has been named a 2016 military-friendly school. The award is dedicated to universities, community colleges, and trade schools that are doing the most to embrace military students and dedicate resources to ensure their success both in the classroom and after graduation. Clemson, along with other schools, will be featured in the special education issues of GI Jobs and Military Spouse magazine, as well as online on militaryfriendly.com. Congratulations.
This Wednesday, the Academic Success Center from 1 to 4 come experience Green Zone Training. Green Zone Training is a seminar that strives to educate Clemson community, faculty, staff, and students on the invaluable strengths and possible transitional issues of student veterans. This workshop also aims to spread awareness of resources available to support student veterans and knowledge of policies and procedures such as the GI Bill and President Obama's executive order.
Subway lovers are going to have to get used to a new face representing the company. Prosecutors are asking for Jared Fogle to serve 12 years in jail for his crimes, including possession of child pornography and having sex with minors. Fogle signed a plea deal that requires him to pay each of his 14 victims $100,000. When his term ends, prosecutors hope to put him on supervised release for the rest